Have you ever seen a photo of Ireland and not immediately wanted to sell all your possessions and move there? The rolling green hills, the dramatic coastlines, the sheep, it's just magical. So get ready to be transported because in this video we're diving headfirst into the Emerald Isle. We're talking about the most beautiful places you absolutely cannot miss when visiting Ireland. Buckle up, because it's about to get ridiculously beautiful up in here. First up, we're hitting up County Clare, home to the iconic cliffs of Moher. And when I say iconic, I mean these bad boys are plastered on postcards, posters, and probably even some people's ceilings. Picture this. You're standing on the edge of a cliff, wind whipping through your hair, and before you stretches a sheer drop of like 700 feet straight down to the roaring Atlantic Ocean. It's enough to make you feel like you're on the edge of the world. And honestly, with views this good, you might as well be. Oh, and did I mention the cliffs of Moher are also home to like a gazillion adorable puffins? Yeah, puffins. They're like little penguin birds with orange beaks, and they're basically the cutest things on the planet. Alright, let's move on to County Galway, also known as the cultural heart of Ireland. And guys, this place is seriously as charming as it gets. We're starting off in Connemara, a region so picturesque it looks like it was plucked straight from a fairy tale. Think rolling hills blanketed in vibrant green, sparkling lakes reflecting the sky, and charming little villages that'll make you want to ditch your phone and just live in the moment. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a Connemara pony roaming free. Seriously, these ponies are like the supermodels of the horse world, graceful, majestic, and with flowing manes that would make even the best hair extensions jealous. Now, while you're in Connemara, you absolutely have to lace up your cutest hiking boots and tackle Diamond Hill in Connemara National Park. I'm not gonna lie, the hike can be a little, shall we say, challenging at times. But trust me, the views from the top are worth every single bead of sweat. We're talking panoramic views of the 12 Bens mountain range, the wild Atlantic Ocean stretching out to the horizon, and the patchwork of green fields below. Okay, so we're moving on to County Kerry, which is basically Ireland's show-off moment. It knows it's gorgeous and it's not afraid to flaunt it. First up, we're hitting the Ring of Kerry, which is this iconic coastal drive that will actually steal your breath away. Picture this, rolling green hills that just casually tumble down into the ocean, these crazy dramatic cliffs, and the cutest little villages you've ever seen. And then there's the Donegal Peninsula, which is like the Ring of Kerry's cooler younger sister. It's got this rugged, wild beauty that's just so captivating. Next up in Kerry, we've got Killarney National Park, which is basically Ireland's version of a fairy tale forest. We're talking shimmering lakes, ancient woodlands, waterfalls cascading down mountainsides. And then there's Skellig Michael, which is this crazy island off the coast of Kerry that's home to a 6th century monastery. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's seriously one of the most unique and awe-inspiring places I've ever seen. Just imagine, these ancient stone beehive huts perched precariously on the edge of this dramatic cliff face, with nothing but the vast ocean all around you. No spoilers, but you might recognize it from a movie, from a galaxy far, far away. Okay, so we're on to County Waterford, which is sometimes overlooked, but seriously deserves some love. First up, we're hopping on the Waterford Greenway, which is this amazing 46-kilometre cycling and walking trail that follows the route of an old railway line. It's seriously the perfect way to experience the beauty of the Irish countryside at your own pace. You can rent a bike and go for a leisurely ride, stopping off at charming villages, historic sites, and stunning viewpoints along the way. And the best part is, the Waterford Greenway is super accessible, so no matter your fitness level, you can enjoy it. It's truly a hidden gem. And of course, no trip to County Waterford would be complete without a visit to Waterford City itself, which is Ireland's oldest city. It's known for its Viking history. The city was founded by Vikings from Norway over 1100 years ago, and you can learn all about it at the Waterford Treasures Museum. And before we wrap up, don't miss Dunhill Castle. Perched on a hilltop, these ruins offer stunning views of the surrounding countryside. It's a perfect spot for history buffs and photographers alike, adding another layer to Waterford's rich tapestry. Alright guys, now we're heading to County Antrim, which is home to some of the most iconic natural wonders in all of Ireland. Seriously, get ready to have your mind blown. First up, the Giant's Causeway, which is this crazy formation of like 40,000 interlocking basalt columns that look like they were literally carved by giants. I mean, the name kind of gives it away, right? It's one of those places that you just have to see to believe. And even then, you'll probably still be like, wait, what? You can spend hours just wandering around, climbing on the rocks, carefully though, and trying to wrap your head around how on earth this place even exists. There's this whole legend about a giant named Finn McCool who built the causeway to fight a Scottish giant. And honestly, after seeing it in person, I kind of believe it. It's just that epic. And that's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to County Antrim. There's so much more to see and do, from exploring the dramatic coastline to discovering hidden waterfalls to getting lost in the charming towns and villages. It's a place that will surprise you at every turn, and that's what makes it so special. Okay, so we're in County Wicklow now, which is literally called the Garden of Ireland. It's seriously gorgeous. First up, we're hitting up Glendalough, an ancient monastic site. Like, we're talking 6th century people. St. Kevin, the founder, lived in a tiny cell carved out of the cliff. The ruins here are insane, like straight out of a history book. There's a perfectly preserved round tower, a cathedral, a bunch of little churches, and even graveyards. It's kind of eerie, but also really peaceful. Next up, we're heading for the Wicklow Mountains. The views from up here are supposed to be epic. We opted for a moderate trail, perfect for those amazing panoramic views, rolling hills, sparkling lakes, and endless greenery. There you will find Sally Gap, a crossroad that leads you to North Dublin, west to Blessington, south to Glendalough, or east to Roundwood. This scenic drive offers some of the most breathtaking views in Wicklow. It's also a popular spot for hiking, with trails that showcase the area's natural beauty. Whether you're driving or hiking, Sally Gap is a must-see for its stunning landscapes. Alright guys, now we're headed to County Donegal. It's rugged, it's wild, and it's home to some of the most dramatic scenery I've ever seen. First stop, Sliabh Liag, aka Sliabh League, aka the cliffs that will make you question your fear of heights. We're talking almost 2,000 feet straight down to the Atlantic Ocean. The views from up here are absolutely insane. After Sliabh Liag, we explored the Inishowen Peninsula. Think rugged coastline, secluded beaches, charming villages. We also checked out Marlin Head, the most northerly point of Ireland, and had the best fish and chips ever. But wait, there's more. Glenveigh National Park is another gem in Donegal. Glenveigh Castle, built in the 19th century, is a stunning example of Victorian architecture. The castle's design was inspired by the romantic Highland retreats of Scotland. Surrounded by beautiful gardens and lakes, it's a perfect spot for a leisurely stroll. You can explore the beautiful Glenveigh Castle, spot red deer, and hike through scenic trails. It's a must-visit for nature lovers and history buffs alike. Alright guys, time to trade the dramatic coastline for some serious history. We're in County Tipperary now, and let me tell you, this place does not disappoint. First up, we're checking out the Rock of Cashel, a massive medieval complex on a giant hill. It's like something out of Game of Thrones. Over centuries, it's been a fortress, royal palace, and religious centre. There's a cathedral, round tower, high cross, and a graveyard. And the views from the top? Breathtaking. After our history lesson, we explored the Tipperary countryside, rolling green hills, charming villages, and more sheep than you can count. We found Cahir, with its stunning castle overlooking the river, and stumbled upon the old convent cafe. The scones were to die for. Tipperary was the perfect mix of history, charm, and delicious baked goods. Okay, so we're on to County Mayo, which honestly sounds like a sandwich, but is actually home to one of Ireland's most iconic mountains, Croagh Patrick. Like, seriously iconic. It's like the Eiffel Tower of mountains in Ireland. Everyone wants that Instapic. But this isn't just any mountain. It's known as the Reek, which, I don't know, sounds kinda sus. But also kinda cool? Anyway, Croagh Patrick is a place of pilgrimage. Like, people have been hiking up this thing for literally thousands of years. They say St. Patrick himself hung out up there for like 40 days and nights, fasting and praying. So if you're feeling spiritual or you just want to burn off all those pints of Guinness and plates of fish and chips, Croagh Patrick is calling your name. But hold up, because Mayo is more than just Croagh Patrick. For starters, the coastline is like insanely beautiful. Think rugged cliffs, hidden beaches, and those charming little Irish villages that look like they're straight out of a postcard. Can we just appreciate how green everything is? It's giving me serious life goals, and if you're a history buff, you're in luck. Mayo is full of ancient ruins and castles, like everywhere you turn it's like stepping back in time. So yeah, even if you're not about that mountain life, Mayo has something for you. Alright, next up we're heading to County Cork, which, fun fact, is actually the largest county in Ireland. It's basically the Texas of Ireland, but with less cowboy hats and more sheep. And speaking of sheep, get ready for some serious peace and quiet as we explore Guggenbarra. Imagine this, a tiny little island in the middle of a lake, surrounded by mountains, and on that island, a little chapel. It's like something straight out of a fairy tale, except it's real. And it's in Ireland. They say St. Finbar founded a monastery there way back in the 6th century. Today, Guggenbarra is all about escaping the craziness of life, you know? It's the perfect place to just chill out, listen to the birds sing, and maybe have a little existential crisis surrounded by stunning natural beauty. But hold on, because Cork isn't done with us yet. Next up, we're heading to the coast, because honestly, can you ever have too much coastline in Ireland? The answer is no, in case you were wondering. So picture this, Ballycotton Cliff Walk. It's like 8 kilometers of pure coastal bliss. You've got dramatic cliffs, crashing waves, and those cute little lighthouses that are just begging to be photographed. And the best part? You might even spot some whales or dolphins while you're walking. So yeah, Cork is serving up a serious mix of tranquility and adventure. It's like the perfect blend of chill vibes, and honestly, what more could you ask for? Just when you thought Ireland couldn't get any more magical, we arrive in County Wexford, often hailed as the jewel of the southeast. This county is a treasure trove of natural beauty and rich history, offering something for everyone. Let's kick things off with the stunning beaches of Cork. Picture this, miles of golden sand stretching as far as the eye can see, the gentle ebb and flow of the Atlantic waves, and dunes that seem to whisper secrets of the ancient past. Cork isn't just a beach, it's an experience, a place to unwind and let the serenity wash over you. Next, we venture to the historic Hook Lighthouse. Standing tall for over 800 years, this iconic structure is one of the oldest operational lighthouses in the world. Imagine the countless ships it has guided safely to shore and the tales it could tell if its walls could speak. Climb to the top, and you'll be rewarded with breathtaking panoramic views that are simply unforgettable. But Wexford isn't just about its coastline. The charming town of Wexford itself is a delightful blend of old and new, where narrow streets are lined with colourful shops, cosy cafes, and friendly locals who are always ready to share a story or two. And then there's the Irish National Heritage Park, a living history museum that takes you on a journey through 9,000 years of Irish history. From prehistoric settlements to medieval castles, it's a fascinating glimpse into Ireland's past. Our journey through Wexford wouldn't be complete without a visit to the picturesque Johnstown Castle. Set amidst lush gardens and tranquil lakes, this Gothic Revival castle is straight out of a storybook. Whether you're a history buff or a nature lover, you'll find yourself enchanted by its beauty and serenity. So there you have it, Wexford, a county that effortlessly combines natural splendor with rich cultural heritage. It's a place where every corner has a story, and every visit leaves you wanting more. Okay, you guys, we've explored like a million amazing places in Ireland, but before you go booking those flights, I have a bonus for you. We need to talk packing. And no, I don't mean just throwing some random clothes in a suitcase 5 minutes before you leave for the airport. We're talking strategy, people. First things first, layers. Ireland's weather is like its own personality, totally unpredictable. You need to be prepared for sunshine, rain, wind, maybe even all three in the same hour. Think cute sweaters, a trusty raincoat that's actually cute, and a beanie, because why not? Don't even think about forgetting comfortable shoes. I'm talking sneakers you can actually walk in for miles, because trust me, you're going to want to explore every inch of these stunning landscapes. And hiking boots, guys, essential for those epic cliff walks. Be prepared to walk a lot. Some of the best experiences in Ireland are just strolling around those cute towns, soaking up the atmosphere, and maybe stumbling upon a hidden pub or two. Okay, just because I love Ireland, I'm going to give you another bonus. Let's be real, you can't go to Ireland without experiencing the pub culture. It's like a rite of passage, you know? But guys, it's so much more than just Guinness. Although, I mean, a pint of Guinness in a cozy pub is pretty iconic. But seriously, Irish pubs are all about live music, friendly locals, and just a really good time. You might even catch some traditional Irish dancing, which is always impressive, even if you pretend to be too cool for it. And the food, oh my god, the food. Think hearty stews, fresh seafood, and soda bread that will change your life. Don't even get me started on Irish breakfast. It's basically a feast that will fuel you for an entire day of exploring. Oh, and you can't forget about the tea. Irish people love their tea, and honestly, who can blame them? It's the perfect way to warm up on a chilly day or just take a break from all the adventuring. Okay, we all know the stereotypes. Irish people are friendly, they love potatoes, and everyone has red hair. While some of those might be kind of true, there's so much more to Irish culture than meets the eye. Irish people are incredibly welcoming and funny. Like, seriously, their sense of humor is top-notch. Don't be afraid to strike up a conversation with a local. You might just make a new friend. And speaking of locals, they're also super proud of their heritage and history, like really proud. And honestly, who wouldn't be? Ireland has such a rich and fascinating past, from ancient castles to epic battles and everything in between. Ireland is a country with a soul, a story to tell, and a whole lot of charm. Trust me, you'll leave a piece of your heart there. So there you have it, guys. I hope this video inspired you to add Ireland to your travel bucket list. And if you've already been, let me know your favourite places in the comments below. Thanks for coming along on this Irish adventure with me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more travel videos. Until next time, and happy travels.